Hello students. Today I will start with the second chapter, Control and Coordination. Movement or changes in position is one of the important characteristic feature of living organism. There are two different types of movements. One is growth dependent movement or growth movement, and another one is growth independent movements or non-growth movements. Growth dependent movement or growth movements and growth independent movements or non-growth movements. Animals usually show growth independent movements or non-growth movements. That means movement of the animals is not at all dependent on their growth. But plants exhibit both growth dependent and growth independent movements. For example, growth movements in case of plants can be explained by taking a germinating seed. The germinating seed produces seedling. The seedling grows and pushes the soil to come out. This is the movement shown by the germinating seed with respect to its growth. And this movement is dependent on growth, hence it is called as growth movement or growth dependent movement. Non-growth movements shown by the animals, for example, running of cat, children playing on swings, buffaloes chewing cud. These are the growth independent movements shown by the animals. That means here animals show some movement, but they are not at all dependent on their growth. Then growth independent movements can also be shown by the plants. For example, folding and drooping of leaves in touch-me-not plant. Non-growth movements and some growth movements occur in response to changes in the environment. Cat may be running for a mouse or away from a dog. This is the movement shown by the cat, but it is independent of growth. Plants grow towards sunlight. Children get fun and pleasure out of swinging. Buffaloes chew the cud to break down the tough food substances into simpler one for better digestion. We close our eyes when bright light is focused on them. Our hand is withdrawn immediately if we touch a hot pan or hot cooker or any hot object. These are the movements shown by the human beings or animals, but these movements are growth independent. In all cases, movements are performed for providing advantage to the living organisms. Movements are highly controlled and coordinated. A movement is always depends upon the event and environment triggering it. Students will whisper to their friends when they are in classroom, but they shout in the playing ground. This is because they are able to recognize the various events in the environment and allow the movement accordingly. For this only, the living organisms have systems of control and coordination. According to the events in the environment, living organisms, particularly human beings, shows the movements. For this only in human beings or animals there is a system of control and coordination. Control is the power of restraint and regulation by which something can be started, slowed down or stopped. Control is the power of restraint and regulation by which something can be started, slowed down or stopped. Means control is the power by which only particular process can be started, or the rate of process can be slowed down, or particular process can be stopped. Whenever it is not necessary, then that particular process will be stopped. When it is required, then particular process will be started or initiated. Coordination is an orderly or harmonious working of different but interrelated parts so as to perform one or more activities very smoothly. Coordination is an orderly or harmonious working of different but interrelated parts so as to perform one or more activities very smoothly. For example, during ingestion or intake of food, eyes locate food, whereas the nose recognizes its smell. Hands pick up the food and take the food into the mouth. Mouth opens to receive the food. Then teeth and the jaw muscles helps in mastication or chewing. Saliva produced by the salivary glands moistens the food and starts the process of digestion. Particularly in saliva, salivary amylase enzyme is present. It acts on the carbohydrate or starch present in the food and converts the starch into disaccharides to some extent. Whereas the tongue present in the mouth perceive the taste of the food and moves the food first below the teeth and later tongue pushes the food into the next part of the digestive system, that is pharynx, in the form of bolus. Bolus is the soft ball like a structure or soft ball of masticated food, that is called bolus. Similarly, during running, the leg muscles work extra to provide force. For that, leg muscles requires more energy. That more energy will be produced by aerobic respiration. For aerobic respiration, body cells requires more and more oxygen. In order to supply more oxygen, the rate of breathing increases while running. While running, leg muscles work extra to provide force that requires more energy. More energy or extra energy will be produced by aerobic respiration only. For that aerobic respiration, body cells requires more oxygen. In order to supply more oxygen, the rate of breathing increases. Then the rate of heartbeat also increases. In order to send more blood to the different parts of the body, particularly to the leg muscles, in order to supply more glucose to the muscles, the rate of heartbeat increases. Therefore, multicellular organisms have specialized system of tissues and organs that provide control and coordination of functions. In multicellular organism, there is a well-developed system which brings control and coordination of functions. In animals, control and coordination are performed by nervous tissues and muscular tissues. In animals, control and coordination are performed by nervous tissues and muscular tissues, but in plants, nervous tissues and muscular tissues are absent. In plants, all the activities are controlled and coordinated by the hormones or chemicals. A chemical or hormonal coordination and control occur in both plants and animals. In human beings also, various endocrine glands, exocrine glands are present. These glands also plays major role in the control and coordination process by producing or secreting particular type of hormones. In animals, nervous and hormonal controls constitute neuroendocrine system. In animals, nervous controls and hormonal control systems are present. That means in animals, various activities are controlled and coordinated by the hormones as well as by the nervous system. Hence, it is called as neuroendocrine system. Neuro means nervous system, endocrine system means endocrine glands which secretes hormones. Animals nervous system. Nervous system is the network of nervous organs, nerves, neurons that controls and coordinates body activities with the help of electrical impulses produced in response to internal and external stimuli. Nervous system is the network of nervous organs, nerves, neurons that controls and coordinates body activities with the help of electrical impulses produced in response to internal and external stimuli. Stimulus is an agent or factor or chemical or change in external or internal environment which brings about a reaction in the organism. Stimulus is an agent or factor or chemical or change in external or internal environment which brings about a particular reaction in the organism. Response is the reaction of the organism to a stimulus. Response is the reaction of the organism to a stimulus. For receiving the stimuli and showing response, the nervous system requires receptors and effectors. For receiving the stimuli and showing response, nervous system requires receptors and effectors. Receptors are the cells, tissues and organs which are capable of receiving particular stimuli and initiate impulses which can be picked up by sensory nerves. Receptors are the cells or tissues or organs which are capable of receiving particular stimuli and initiate impulses which can be picked up by sensory nerves. Impulse. Impulse is self-propagated electrical current that runs along the surface of the nerve fiber for the passage of information. Impulse is a self-propagated electrical current that runs along the surface of nerve fiber for the passage of information. Effectors. Effectors are muscles or glands or tissues or any cells which act in response to a message received from the nervous system. Effectors are muscles or glands or tissues or the cells which act in response to a message received from the nervous system. In human beings, taste, smell, sight, hearing and touch are the basic senses. Taste, smell, sight, hearing and touch are the basic senses. And these basic senses are received. Basic senses are received by the sense organs like tongue, nose, eyes, ears and skin. Tongue, nose, eyes, ears and skin are the 5 important sense organs which receives the basic senses. Thank you.